Hello teachers and staff. This short video is going to talk about Canvas pages. Whether you are super experienced with Canvas pages or you're just new to Canvas pages, we're just going to talk a little bit about what a Canvas page is, what it can do, and how you can situate it for best practice inside of your Canvas course. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing we're going to do, I've got a blank course here. Obviously yours might have some things in it, so these pages and buttons will be very similar, but if it looks a little bit different, just know that this is a blank course. On the left hand side, you can access pages by clicking on this icon here. And once the page loads, a list of all of your pages will show up in this section. You can add new pages in the top right by clicking this button. So we're going to call this test page and type in some content. So a couple things about Canvas pages. Much of the usability of a Canvas page can be located here at the top. So you have all the same things you might find in like a Microsoft Word document or a plain text editor for like a web page. You can insert media, include hyperlinks. You can actually include YouTube videos here as well. But one of the cool features in this top area is the Commons favorites, so if you had some things in Commons, and the External Tools button. So you can add Google Documents and embed them right into your page this way. And this is a really cool feature because it lets you take Google Docs and just stick them right into your Canvas page without having to do any outside embedding and grabbing code and putting it in here. The last little bit up here at the top is this section here. If you click on this, this is the location where you can have a HTML editor. So if you know HTML or you get some piece of code that you want to try to stick in your Canvas page, you'll just have to click this little button at the top. Last but not least, over on the right-hand side, these are pretty helpful links because you can have a link to your files and images inside of your Canvas course, but you can also link to other Canvas pages, assignments, and quizzes that you've created in your course right inside of the page. So if I were to highlight something like my content here, I could come over to any of these and click on them, and it'll create a link right on that text that will allow students to click the word content and take them right to whatever you selected. Down here at the bottom, you have your save and publish. So save and publish will save your work and send it out live for students to see, and save will just save the work that you've done. Maybe you wanted to come back later and publish it once you feel more confident in what you created, or you're just saving it for a later day. So you can click one of these two items here, and it'll save your page and the content that you wrote inside of it. Now you can see in the top right, there is a publish button to let students see what you've written and included. There's also an edit button. We'll take you back to that previous screen that we were at to add more things or make edits. And this little guy over here will let you delete it and look at page history and do some other fun things, like such as like use a front page, which will allow this to be like the splash page for anybody who logs into Canvas, and this would be the first page that they would see if you set that. So kind of a cool feature. Last but not least, and one important button in the pages section is the view all pages. If you click on this, once you've built more pages, they'll all populate in this section down here, and you can click and navigate them in that way. So the last thing we're going to talk about before we end this video is creating pages and putting them inside of modules. Now this is my personal opinion, but I feel like putting pages inside of modules is the easiest way for students to find what you want them to do and what you want them to work on. So you got two options from the home screen in a blank course. You can click on the blue button here at the top, or you can click on create module. So I'm going to use the blue button. We're going to just call this test module, and I'm going to go ahead and hit add module. Now there's two ways to add pages to this section here. If you did like what we did a minute ago and created previous pages in this tab, you could click on this plus sign, click on the drop down box under add for pages, and you see our test page is right here. I can click on it and hit add item, and it'll add it to our screen down at the bottom. So I'll do that now, and you can see now our page is here, and it's inside of our test module. You could think of a test module like a folder where you would keep all your pages inside of. So much like folders, you need to open them for people to get inside and see what's there. So for modules, we like to publish the module and make sure your page is published as well. That way students will be able to see the module and any contents inside of it. And the second thing to do to create a page is you can see up here, we have new page, And we can create a new test page simply by highlighting this, typing the name of our page, and hitting Add Item. You'll notice it has created a new page, and if I click on this, you'll notice it's blank. There is no content inside except for our header at the top, so I will need to hit that Edit button to go back in and add contents. So I hope this video helped you with looking at Canvas pages and learning some new things about them. If you have more questions, please contact your site's OIDC to get more information about Canvas pages. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.